Joanna Maclean here from Digital Schools Award, and today we welcome Judi Regan. Now, Judi was at Menzieshill Nursery School in 2018 when they received their Digital Schools Award. But subsequently, Judi, you've now moved to St Andrew's nursery class, and you're looking to start the same digital schools process in the near future. Can you tell me a little bit about your setting and perhaps the biggest difference between Menzieshill and St Andrews?
Sure. Hi, Joanna. Yes, I moved to St Andrews in 2019, and so there's quite a big difference because previously at Menzieshill I was in a standalone nursery with around 70 children and a fairly sizable staff team. Now I'm at St Andrews nursery class, which is attached to St Andrews Catholic Primary School, who have 400 children, and the nursery class has 44, and quite a smaller staff team. So there's quite a big difference in the logistics of where I've been and where I've come from. That's really it. I think that it's quite a challenge to make the move, having been in the same place for such a long time. But it's all good. I'm enjoying it.
Fantastic. So now that you've moved over to St Andrews, how have you led the digital learning and teaching since you've moved there, taking what you've known from the previous role?
So when I was at Menzieshill, everybody knew me as the sort of techie person, and I just sort of worked away over the years with various little sort of pilot projects and test pieces, and then it led on to the Digital Schools Award. At St Andrews, really the leading has been of the staff team and support for them, helping them to learn and develop their own digital skills. Of course, lockdown has brought its own learning for us all. And now I would say nearly all the staff team in the nursery are using Teams, Microsoft Teams, as a collaboration tool whilst working from home. We use this still for virtual staff meetings. So in order to maintain social distancing for staff that are not in the setting, they may wish to join a staff meeting through Teams.
Brilliant. Also
during lockdown, we've been using Seesaw as our online learning platform to collaborate with families at home. And again, that's been another quite steep learning curve for us all. We started off using a different platform and then quite quickly and suddenly had to change for a few different reasons. So the change came just at the time of that sort of December, January lockdown. So everybody, it was a bit all hands on deck trying to get ourselves familiar with that. But I would say that the majority of us are getting there. And that's a rollout, I think, that might be coming within other schools as well. Other leadership aspects that I'm trying to take forward at St Andrews is just really having that sort of, come on, let's just give it a go attitude, because, you know, that's what gets you there. You know, if it is a bit of a mindset, and it is quite tricky if it's not your thing, but it's just letting people play with the technology, have a look at it, having somebody who's confident at using it, and maybe someone who's a bit less confident watching over and finding out how things work and then having a go themselves. Next year, I think when we rewrite our school improvement plan, we'll certainly be including aspects of digital technology in that, in order to sort of lead us forward and to go forward, and potentially for the Digital Schools Award. So that's where we're at the moment.
Oh, fantastic. And how do you think the Digital Schools framework has helped you with innovation and sort of knowledge transfer from Menzieshill to St Andrews?
Well, I found that the 5 criteria from the Digital Schools Award have been really helpful because it sort of lays out everything. It gives me a focus, and it helps me identify where we're at just now and ways that I can take that forward. So I have found using that very helpful. We can already tick off a few of the criteria, for example, using digital technology to deliver the curriculum through Seesaw and the other platforms. It does extend children's learning during lockdown again, they were very keen to share the things that they were doing at home, and staff were able to upload some learning at home for families, some ideas for activities that they might want to do. And we had a really good relationship, a virtual relationship with families that way. So I think using the criteria has helped us just focus our minds a bit more clearly.
I think it helps with that, looking for your next steps and identifying
Absolutely.
where your gaps are, and that continual sort of self-evaluation and looking at what the next steps were. So I suppose the next question might be, what were the main challenges at this that you're currently facing, and perhaps what strategies have helped you, because that might be something that can help other people that are in similar situations.
Wi-Fi can sometimes be a wee bit patchy too, but we've found that some of the little MiFi devices are really useful, and if we can plug these in around the setting, that just helps to boost it a little, and that helps the children when they're using iPads, helps the staff of course as well too. So I suppose another challenge might be, just as I mentioned before, the staff confidence. It's just being supportive and listening to people's concerns and trying to find ways together that we can sort of work around some of these issues that they might have. But we're just striving forward.
Well, Judi, I think you're going to do a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next couple of years at St Andrews, when you get the resources and the staff training in place. I'll be looking forward to you putting in for your validation for the Digital Schools Award. So well done you, and thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. It's been great to talk. Thank you very much. Bye.
Welcome. Bye-bye.